So here we are back in Teasmania, and today we want to make sure that we've set up the city foundations that we need, so as this city grows and expands all over these beautiful islands, that it has enough money to do what it needs. And that is the aim for today. We're going to be really focusing on the specialized industries that are available to us, picking a piece of land where we can use as many of these as possible, make enough money, and also to get those goods in and out of the city in the best way possible. That is the plan for today. So let's dive right in. So overall, things are going quite well with our little city so far. We've got lots of stuff built. We do have some farms along the back here, and we have a few more farms sort of tucked into here. But overall, they are not earning us enough money. So we have a look here. We've got 708 simoleons an hour that we're making, but we need to make more. And the best way, I think, to do that at the moment is using our specialized industry. And these cost nothing to place down, but they can earn us a lot of money because we only have, let's have a look, we've got 65 map tiles we can unlock, but let's just do a test. Let's pick that one. That's going to be free upkeep. And then the next one is going to cost whatever it costs. And some of these are pretty expensive. There we go. A lot of this tile upkeep cost is going to be based on the fact that if we go over here and check out our natural resources, that the entirety of this map has been covered in fertile land, which is something a lot of map makers do. I think it sort of gives you options, which is fine. Let's just change this to a better hour of the day so we can see what's going on. There we go. It gives you options, so you can put farms anywhere, but it means if you buy this piece of land and don't put farms on it, like we've done over here, if we were paying for this square, it would cost us a lot more. So we're going to turn off wood because that can basically be anywhere. We know land fertility, look, is over the entirety of the map. So we'll turn that off. We want to find somewhere that has oil deposits and ore deposits nearby. Fishing we'll forget because that could just be anywhere and we don't have access to the fishing stuff just yet. So oil deposits, I mean, most of them are in the water or they're on the land over this side, or there's a couple of overland ones here. These will be unreachable. Ore deposits all around the mountains, which is good. And this whole island is actually covered because these are mountains anyway down here. Let's have a look at the oil. I mean, there's some oil here, but I feel like we're getting too far away from our main build. This island over here, I mean, we can build up some land out to these oil deposits until we get the new DLC when that eventually drops, where we will have options to get oil in the water. If we add the ore, yeah, we've got ore right here, and then of course we know the land fertility is good. So I'm thinking if we can grab a tile here, I hate the way it zooms you out every time we do that. This tile here I think will be a good start for our last free tile, and we can pop some farms in here. We can do some ore farming, and then we can grab another one. We've made enough money to do the oil. If we have a look at our production rate, we can see we're pretty low on the old wood and the grain, so we're going to concentrate on those. And then we do need some stone as well, because if you don't know this, stone is used in the upkeep of the building. So the maintenance costs that people pay where they live inside their houses, can we actually see that as part of the figures? If I pick this, it doesn't say, but it goes towards there. Let's pick actually a single person house. Here we go, this one here. So this household wealth is how much they're making because of their jobs, minus the maintenance, minus any costs for living, that sort of thing. So that maintenance cost, we could help with that with some stone mining, but that can go anywhere. So let's maybe concentrate on what we can do in this area first. So maybe let's map out our grain farming first of all. So what have we got? We've got a rail line that comes through here, which actually is super helpful, I think, for all of the stuff we're going to be bringing in and out. And I'm just thinking, because we've got Tygon's rail pack, if we go into here, we have access to all of these. So medium train agricultural station, that is electric, this is non-electric, so we could pop in some of these. I don't know whether this one will only take agricultural stuff, whether its storage is limited just to that. Well, that's fine. What do these ones do? General freight. Okay, so we could go for one of these and try and set that up so all of these have access to it around here. We've got a highway access over there. So I'm just wondering whether we could pop this. Oh man, I don't want to buy another one. We're going to pop this in here somewhere. Yeah, and then maybe we'll do our own road access. Let's just have a look through here. So we've got one available for trees. We've got one available for oil. Yeah, I think maybe at the moment a general one will be a... What's this one down here? Garbage yard. Oh, okay, fine. Let's go for a general one. And we're going to go for unelectrified. So that's going to be using diesel trains. And I'm just sort of thinking it's going to go this way round, isn't it? Stop turning around. Thank you. Maybe we could slide that in right at the end here and maybe hook that up in some way. Oh man, if we could just get a little bit more on this straight. Well, can we use this straight section here? I think we'll do that. Yeah, like so. We'll do that. So we've got 2 lines coming in and out. And then if we connect these up, so we want 2-way lines, unelectrified. There we go. And we'll just see what we can do. And I want it to cross over both lines so they can both come in. Yep, that's good. And then this one here, for some reason, seems to have raised up. I don't know why. We'll see what happens when we connect this one. What I was thinking of doing is just bringing that into there. There we go. That's gone a little bit wonky. Okay, let's try that again. All right, something like that. We'll work on that. And then this connection at the back here, we are going to have to go outside just a little bit, but we're going to sort of just do that and not worry too much about it. There we go. Excellent. So we'll come back and do a bit of detailing when we can. We might just switch up the road connection here, but we'll come back to that. And then we want to really get as much of this land covered in farms as possible. So let's see what we can do. So we're quite constrained with the space that we've got here. We haven't got our ore mining in yet. I've just put little roads here just so we've got something to build against. So what I'm thinking of doing is changing up this highway here. So I am going to delete all of these all the way down here. And then what I'm going to put through here is a standard medium road that's divided. So we're going to sort of try and get that lined up like this. Let's go like that, and then that will connect to those two there. So for now, the highway will come through here. I'll connect these up in a minute. As we expand and get more of these, we can put the highway up over the top of this road as a sort of a bypass and have some junctions that come down to it. At the moment, we're not going to do that because of how much money that's going to cost us. So I actually wanted that to hook in a bit better. Let's pick a pick of this, try that again. It's hard to see because of all the road. Why is that? Is it because I've got anarchy on and I'm going outside? It's not liking it. Is that both? Oh, okay. Whatever. I'll do this one myself then. It's fine. Oh, autosave as well. Let's have a quick sip of tea. There we go. And for now, we're going to connect up this end as well, just in a very basic way. There we go. Excellent. And then we'll change things around a bit later. Let's remove the traffic lights. And let's remove the traffic lights. Excellent. So we've got to connect our roads up to there after I've sorted out this little bit here. And as well as connecting these roads up to there, this has got to have a road on this side, but also I didn't notice there's a way in on the back here as well, which, I mean, if we could get that hooked in, that would be absolutely great. I'm just thinking about just budging these things around a little bit. Let's see what we can work out here with our roads and our connections. Okay, I think that'll be fine for these. I'm not expecting these to have too much traffic going in and out. And oh, we've got this one over here that we haven't connected yet. Darn it. I was going to put a road along the back here and see whether that connection would work there. But I think we might just need to come up with something a little bit different over here. Right, so I've connected that up there with a crossing over the line, which I think will be fine. I don't think there'll be much coming in and out of there, so we'll see how that goes. Added a roundabout. We need to get the power sorted. I'm just thinking, let's just grab an alley. If I could just have that coming in and out of there, we could grab one of the small substations like the French one, which would be good because this other one is huge. We'll go with that, and then we'll grab, let's have a look, this big line underground. Oh, it's automatically connected. Excellent. So that should give power to everybody. Ah, looks like it does. So now it's just the water and the sewage. And it looks like we do have, everything's all connected to this road. Doesn't go down the highway, obviously, but it connects up to this railway line here. I don't think it does. So if I go like that, let's try that again. We go from there to there. That connects it up. Is that okay for everybody? It is okay for everybody. Excellent. So like we said, we'll come back, we'll do some decorating, but what I've tried to do is just sort of go round the hills that we've got here, but we might change this up a bit, and we can put some little areas on it and stuff like we did here to make it look a lot better. I haven't done the wiggly line up here, so as they get bigger, we might get some buildings popping in, but as they're different shapes and they're not too big, we might not get too many. If I don't like it a bit later, we'll see what can happen with that. Let's pop the ore in as well. So we're going to need a road into, into this somehow. I don't know how this is going to work. This is all of the ore. So I'm just wondering whether we could get something in here. This little bit in here looks like where it needs to be. And then maybe we could have the road come up and down over here. Let's see what we can work out. Oh, and of course, before we do all of that, look at all these rocks we've got to save. Good grief. There is absolutely tons here. Okay, I don't want to grab everything. Let's turn that off. And let's go for, I can't remember what they come under. Props? They come under props. Oh man, we've got some teeny tiny ones as well. Let's grab all of those. Yep, we've got them all. And we're going to bring them over here to Area 51, and we're going to rename this as well. Here it is, it's over here. Last episode we found one of these giant rocks which at the moment is floating, so we're going to pop all of those there. There we go, and we'll control H those to that. There we go. And an excellent name suggestion for this area from Tastier back in the 80s. Great name. Area 51 needs to be Area 51. That's my engagement for this episode. That is a fantastic idea. I'm going to slightly change the spelling of what you put because every other comment underneath was it should be this. Area 51 rather than, yeah, that looks good. Area 51. I think that is absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much for that. Got to keep an eye out for these alien rocks. As we find more, they will be moved over here, and then we're going to do something cool with this area in the future. Right, so let's see if we can run this road in here so we can set up our stone masonry or whatever it is we're building here. Not stone, ore. Okay, so we're getting there. We've got some farms laid out. We've got a road coming up here, which is sort of a bit of a bridge over the top here. Is that set as a bridge? No, it's just set across the top of the dirt there. But down here, I want to add in this, our ore mining. And I'm just sort of wondering, I'm not quite sure how this is going to look, I'll be honest, because is going to put like a surface over the top of this, which is going to look a little bit odd, but I think we're going to just sort of, I mean, I'm just going to sort of try it out and see how it goes, and then we can always make some adjustments as time goes by. Yeah, this is going to be weird. How am I going to do this? I can come back round there, go up there, come back round there and join it up. All right, let's see what happens. Okay. Do you know what? Actually, I mean, it does look a little bit weird. I'll tell you what it is. It's the fencing around there that's just making it all look a little bit odd. If I could just remove that. I mean, I really don't know. I wanted to leave like the water in there to sort of make you really think it was like a quarry. Maybe let's just see if I can. I'm going to just spend a couple of minutes off camera, see if I can just tidy up the edges on this. We do have a lot of decals and surfaces that we're going to add to all of this to make it look better at the end. But let me just play with this for a second. Okay, I think that looks a bit better than it did before. Like I said, we'll do some detailing and we'll work on that. Also, if you pop in to find it, put in ore, you've got like these excavator ore shafts, which I think once we start adding some of those sort of things, it's going to look good. So we'll save that for the detailing time lapse. Now we are losing money, so we really need to get these working and sending stuff out. We don't have this turned on because it was costing us money. Yeah, there we go. It's going to cost us even more money. It's got some stuff stored in there. So I'm hoping what we're going to see is a train heading out and selling some of our stuff very quickly. Oh, and of course, we need to set up our cargo routes, don't we? I completely forget about those now in City Skylines 2, unlike City Skylines 1, where it was just all automatic. So let's come down here. Cargo railway route tool. So I'm just thinking what we might do with these is we could send them. Oh, that's overground train station. We just want to send these out the city, don't we? Can we get to over here, Holiday Shores and back again? Is that going to work? Complete the route. Yeah, excellent. Isn't it worth doing one going the other way? There is no other cargo exit routes anywhere. That is it. All we've got over here. Maybe let's just stick with Holiday Shores as they're the nearest and see how that goes. So just looking at the line, we can change what models we're going to use. I've got the cargo train. I think we're going to go for the freight train 8 wagon and see how that goes. We've got one assigned to it, which I think is going to be absolutely plenty. I'm assuming that's going to come out of our depot somewhere. Let's run over here and take a look. I just saw something spawn in. This looks like the one. Excellent. So why don't we follow that over there? What is it with all these people walking on the train tracks? Please, no, don't do it. It's so flipping dangerous. Ah! Oh, we're underground. It's fine, folks. We're fine. And here we come into the area. So I'm really hoping we've got plenty. Oh, there's a tree on road there. We'll get that off. I'm really hoping there's some cool stuff. Oh, it's exited out. I thought we were going to exit over here. Really hoping there's some cool stuff that we can pick up. Let's just make sure it's going to have some cargo. No, it didn't pick up any cargo. Please come back and pick up the cargo. There is some in here. If we look at stored resources, there is none stored in here. Okay, well, it'll be back very quickly because it's only going to over here, isn't it? Whee! And we've reached Great Town, which is good because we absolutely needed, oh, the Sunshine Hotel, some other commercial blocks, which I haven't actually used those much. The Grand Dynasty Hotel, that would definitely come in handy. Oh, we've unlocked a whole load of stuff. Fantastic. Okay. So we've got a bit more money that we can waste. I've added another road at the back here, which connects up, and they are getting some stuff. There we go. Their storage is filling up. Some's being brought over to here. So maybe this time the train will actually go away with something and earn us a tiny bit of money. There we go. 25 textiles. Don't know how you got textiles out of there. We're not going to ask any questions, and we're making some money. Excellent. That is good. Can we squeeze some other stuff in here? Well, we did look at this before and saw that we have oil out here. So we just jump into here. We're going to turn off that. We're going to turn off that. Oh, can we get some wood in here as well? I don't know. Where's the oil? Here's the oil. It's actually outside of the square that we bought. If we buy another square, that is going to cost us a lot of money, which is going to be a bit of a bummer, to be honest. So I'm wondering whether we could squeeze in another farm or two in here. There really is not much space at all, is there? I mean, we could do something with this one perhaps to take up a bit more of this land, but other than that, I think that's going to be it. We're going to have to sort of leave it ticking away to earn some money. How much would this one cost over? Oh, it's all the way over there, isn't it? How much would that cost if we unlocked it? So we're looking at, it's one of these here, isn't it? Let's go back into that one. Oh man, it's going to be that one. It's going to be that one. It's going to be this one to give us access. 81,000 to buy. Oh, 78 to buy, 81,000 a month. I mean, we could afford it, and then we could go ham on making sure we've got enough coverage to get the oil and everything here. Shall we risk it for a biscuit? Let's risk it. Let's risk it and see what we can do. First thing we need to do is build out some land here to get access to this oil. Now, just looking at the network infrastructure we've got here, we do have this proper intersection here, which we could branch off of, but we don't own that tile, so I'm not going to do that. So I think what we're going to do is upgrade this road down here. I'm going to take, yeah, let's take an asymmetric road, and we'll just sort of bump that over a little bit, yeah, into there if we can. Come on, you can do it, game, you can do it. It's going to let me do it. Yeah, there we go. Into there like that. So that's still got access. And then we're going to trim this off a little bit down here, and we'll run this. There we go. We'll do that. And then we'll pick a this. Picker. Thank you very much. Are we going to just run it with an alley? Let's use this one. Yeah, we'll use the normal one, and then we'll just sort of see how it goes. So we'll get this one. Yeah, we'll just go with something like that and see how it looks. So let's start grabbing this oil that we've got under here. So basically all of this area can be marked down for oil. Yeah, I'm thinking I was going to try and cheat a bit and take that corner in, but I won't. I'll wait until we own that. We could also add in some forestry over here as well, couldn't we? Which would be absolutely fantastic. So I might just take out all of the trees that we've got in here and line up a little bit of forestry around the back. Oh yes, I'm the person that completely forgets that you actually need money to place trees in the game, because I'm so used to having absolutely tons of money. Oh dear, well, we can't place any more trees. I was going to put another farming thing over here, so we'll leave that as it is. We've got these working. I did want to put a stone quarry in here as well, but I think we'll just have to save that. So if we get things going, I'm hoping that these are going to really start, yeah, grabbing some stuff and making us some money. So we will again do some decoration over here. We're losing less money. Oh my goodness, we're losing money. Oh dear, all the money's going. Yikes. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of manipulation of the city economy like a very good mayor. If we go into taxation, go to industrial. So if there's anything here that's making us a reasonable amount of money, like textiles, beverages, we're going to whack that right up. Anything else that's sort of in the higher figures? Yep, electronics, this one here, timber. That might just keep us going for long enough for these things to all kick in. And once they're all taken down here and sold, then we'll be making more money. So I'm going to let that run for a little bit and hope that everything starts working out. Okay, we do have, yeah, we do have some other stuff in there. They are bringing things in and out, which is good. So, yeah, back with you in a sec. Okay, I'm guessing things are going to get worse before they get better. We are losing money. Okay, we've suddenly gone up in the money, which is great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend it. I want this filled with nice straight trees. Really? That just took all the money that we've got? Okay, well, as we get money, I'm going to spend it on trees because I want this all to look nice. And then after that, it is going to be just pure saving. So we've got money to expand the city. And I'm hoping we can keep this going because the whole point of all of this was to be able to give the city a good basis for earning money on a regular basis. So we'll just see how it goes. Back in a sec. I've also added an extra train to the line, as we can see over here, because we're getting a lot of stuff stored. Now, this isn't all stuff to sell. Some of this stuff, if we look down here, we've got vegetables, livestock, cotton. I don't think we're actually making any of these. Crude oil, we haven't got any over here yet, but it's also storing a lot of other things as well, which is fine. And that stuff will be taken into the city. It's got a long way to go from here, though, so I'm not quite sure if that's how I want that set up. I mean, ideally, I would have left this as just grain, but I knew we were going to add other things as well. But I think over time, yeah, look, money's going up. Ooh, we're back on a positive again. But yeah, having the 2 trains means that stuff isn't sat in here for too long. So I'm just wondering, with all the other goods that are being stacked up in here, I mean, there are trucks that are coming, picking it up, moving it across into town, but it's so far to go all the way around there. I'm just wondering whether we can put a small little goods train in here as well into this section and just bring them over here. And it will definitely make things cheaper. If they've got less distance to travel, then there's more profit in selling them and things like that. So I'm just wondering whether we could add one maybe in here. So the smallest and cheapest there is one of these again, the medium train general unelectrified. It is pretty large. That is where it's going to go. Once we're able to connect it, and then when we've got some money, we'll redraw these lines here as well. It's going to mean adding in an extra road. I mean, we can pick a pick of this road and maybe get that ready. Let's just turn on the snapping. So I mean, that could literally come up against, hold on, let's put that straight so it doesn't cause any problems. Straight, please. Thank you kindly. Yeah, so we could do that there and build it up against the side of that. Let's turn on snapping. Yeah, so it's going to be about there, isn't it? So we can make it work, but we're going to have to just save up. So I'm going to let the game run for a bit. We're going to save up. I do not want to take a loan, so I am not going to take a loan. Oh my goodness me. Earn me money, please. Earn me money. Okay, now we've got that set up. Let's just pause things a minute so we're not losing a load of money. Let's set up another cargo rail route. And this one, we're going to go from here. And that is going to come all the way around to here. And back again. There we go. Excellent. We shall do that. And then if I just click on the route in here, we can add, we'll just check how many trains are on there. So just one, which is good. We're going to leave that as an 8-train freight wagon as well. So that is probably going to pop out of our yard down here. There it goes. So that can't go into here the way I've got this set up at the moment, can it? I'm loving how this is getting all super messy. But yeah, we might come back at another point and sort of change this up a bit, but we could just sort of go like that. There we go, and that'll give options for them to go up there and round this way, and yeah, there we go. Trains are on the move, so hopefully now bringing stuff into here for our industry and commercial. I said industry, really weird there. That's going to help earn us a little bit more moolah as well, so I'll leave things running again. Okay, there we go, with a little bit of decorating. I think this has turned out much nicer, using all the decals and the stones and the surfaces and all sorts of things. I'm really liking the look of that. And of course, we've mixed up our fields, made everything a little bit dirtier, added in some parking. Got some parking and stuff over here. This area I'm going to leave for now, because now we've got the modular service blocks, whichever the new ones are called. We can basically just replace this whole thing, this surface and all of these random buildings with a custom built oil field. So that is going to be in the next episode. But overall, I think things are looking good, and the money, let's just check it. I love this. I love all the water down there with the little tree and the building. I just think it looks great. I love it. I love it. I love it. What are we doing money wise? Yeah, we're back in the green again, which is fantastic. And one other thought I had as well, we've got this train station over here. We added this other cargo train station over here, or freight yard as it's called. I wanted to add a route in and out of the city from this one as well. There we go, cargo rail route. So we'll use this other line. And I think we'll stick with this down here, Holiday Shores. There we go, we'll bring that back in. Excellent. So I think that's really going to help getting some cheaper goods in. Let's just make sure. Yeah, 1 vehicle, 8 wagon. Happy with those at the moment. That's good. I think I might do a live stream soon, you know, for all the extra decorating that we want to do. But that is for another day. So the foundation of our city has been set, so future growth is assured, and I'm sure as we go on we're going to expand this farming and industry area across this island. If you enjoyed the video today, a like would be great. Subscribe as well, why not, so you don't miss the next one. And as always, a heartfelt thank you to all of my patrons. You can see their names scrolling up the screen right now. Don't forget, over on Patreon, we've only just started a brand new series of Timberborn Hard Mode. Boy, is it a tough one. So head on over there, link in description if you want to go and find out about that. And I hope you all have a great day. I'll see you all very soon for some more Teasmania.